Alright, what is up YouTube? JR Juggernaut 1. Alright, making a quick vid because for God's sakes I need to make this vid. Not need, but I really want to. Underworld6667 did this whole thing where you answer 7 questions in video. I think you have to show your face, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I have no problem doing it. So, NYC Yugioh channel tagged me, big shout out to him. And I'm just going to do the video so I can answer people's questions. What is your real first name? Jason. Moving on, because I don't want to dwell on that. I have people call me JR, that's just kind of my YouTube name, but that's all you're going to, this is the only time I'm ever going to mention that. How did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh? I got into Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a young kid, but I got into it competitively after I graduated high school. After my first semester of college, I came home and people showed me some local tournaments that were going on, and then it just started from there. I didn't go to my first regional until after my, I think halfway through my, I think I was a sophomore, and that was when I went with my Stardust Assault Mode deck, and totally scrubbed out, but that's another story. But yeah, that was that was when it all started, and just as time went on, I just got more and more competitive with it and just started making more, just better decks. But I've always been a rogue player at heart, obviously, as you've seen in my past videos. Why or how did you start YouTubing? I started YouTubing because it was fun. I just wanted to do it because it was fun. There's really no better explanation to it than that. How I had a webcam, and I just used that to make my vids. But when I finished, I believe it was my freshman or sophomore year. I'm trying to remember. Was it my freshman year actually, or sophomore year that I started with the? Yeah, so it was my sophomore year. I think it was halfway into my at the end of my sophomore year, I went to a regional. Yeah, I went to a regional, and then for that regional, it was the beginning of the summer. I wanted to make sure I had a better camera for it, so I bought the camera that I'm using for this now, and it's been working very well ever since. It's HD camera. It cost me only about $200, so it was a great deal for what I got. The guy at Best Buy recommended it, and I've been happy with it ever since. And it's just better for making videos overall. I have the camera on my Mac now, but I'm just so used to using my camera, and it's easier, especially just upload it, boom, done. What is the best time you ever had at a Yu-Gi-Oh event? That's a tough question, actually. I kind of wish I thought about this beforehand. Wow. That's hard to say, because one of the best times I ever had was I remember, it's hard to say. I've had a lot of fun at so many different events. Regionals have been great. The 2 nationals I went to was great. That was a lot of fun. I've gone to a lot of great big tournaments where I've gotten so close to making real big profit. I remember I went to a Winamat it was a tournament where the first prize was store credit and the Black Rose Winamat at the time, which was worth a lot at the time. And then I remember you had to finish in top 4 to get at least some credit, and I lost in the top 8, and I was so annoyed because I think I had gone undefeated up until that point, or I went X1. I was doing really well, so I was just really looking forward to it. But unfortunately, I had to go up against my friend who was playing anti-meta, and I was just, I was frustrated. I was playing, I think, Chaos Debris, or Debris Chaos, and yeah, that was pretty much it went downhill from there. But yeah, I'd have to say I don't have one event in particular. If I had to name one, I'd probably just say this past Nationals, just because, I got to compete. First time I ever got to compete in an event like that, but I'm hoping that I'll do better at YCS Providence, and that'll be an even better experience. Okay, question 5. What is your favorite deck ever? Whew, that's a tough one. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say Stardust Dragon Assault Mode with the Destiny Hero deck, with the Destiny Hero Flamville engine. Because that deck consistently brought out that card, pretty often. And on top of that, it was just a format where I just was really able to succeed, and nobody really thought very highly of the deck, and I just didn't care. I just wrecked people with it. I destroyed people because I'd get out that Stardust Assault Mode, and you know what? They wouldn't be able to do anything. The problem, of course, is that now we're in a format where there are more ways to stop it. There are more ways to stop the cards that let you get him out so easily. Like Monk was so good at the time he was at 2 because there weren't many ways to stop him, really. So that was a big thing. Ultimately, yeah, if the deck's not really viable, like, I don't know. Maybe you could try something, but I just don't think it's really going to work the way it did back then. And even then, you still had to worry about cards like DD Crow, which was the big problem. That some decks sided it, which was definitely annoying. I think the only time, though, that it was a deck that sided DD Crow like Blackwings, that was like the only one at the time, and then you had to worry about GBs, because they could remove it with Red TR, so other than that, yeah. Why do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? I mean, this is just a twofold question. There are two major reasons for why I play it. First off, it's the obvious. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun playing this game. Like, I don't think about it in terms of the potential profit I can make. I think about it as, this is how much fun I can have with it, which I personally wish more people would do with it, because I feel like people they focus too much on the monetary aspect. And while it's nice to make a profit off this game, you can't you can't think about it too much. So yeah. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to say with that? Oh, and so yeah, that's the second reason for it. Oh, the second reason is honestly that I want to, I love competition, and one of the things I really love about Yu-Gi-Oh is that I strive to try to do better and just keep improving. Like, I strive to top an event. I strive to top a regional. It's like all these things that I've yet to achieve, but I don't plan on giving up just yet. So that's the big thing that I find with it. But people have their own reasons for why they play. I would say though, it's definitely like not about like the money, but especially like when I'm a pretty cheap player when it comes to this game, I rarely ever invest money in it, because it's just, I don't like doing it. I don't like doing that when it's possible I'm not going to make my money back. So, and it depends on your strategy. Like, I don't know. And question 7, who are your 2 tagged YouTubers? Well, I'm going to be tagging, the first person I know I'm going to tag is Mr. Shadow Paradox, aka Dark Zero Hour 501st, who I hope will be watching this vid and be like, yo, or something like that. I don't know. That seems kind of odd. And the second person I want to tag, I'm thinking, who's another person I want to tag? Just like someone who hasn't. Well, VCTRFS has been tagged. NYC Yu-Gi-Oh channel's been tagged. Darn it. Alright, if someone wants to name someone for me to tag, I'll just do it. But for now, Mr. Shadow Paradox, you've been tagged. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you.